for folks who are looking to create or needing to create a portfolio, I would say start with looking at, find good examples as models. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was, that's where LinkedIn is amazing. The internet is amazing. You can find good examples, like find people who are in the kinds of roles that you want to have and look at what their portfolio looks like, which is not to say, copy it verbatim, but find 4 or 5 good, or what ring true to you as good, effective examples, and try to synthesize those ideas in your head and see where your experience and your materials might fit into those models. And I think for transitioning educators, like, I was fortunate to have, taught in person and online. So I had all this material. I just had to curate it and had to find ways to present it. For some folks, that might mean taking courses you've taught in person and reconfiguring them to show them as more of an instructional design model, and to
Mm-hmm.
digitize them in a more visual way that fits into the needs of a given role that you're applying for. So I'm a bad example for that, um, but I would say, look for a variety of models and examples that you can follow. And I would say, like, folks like Luke Hobson and Tim Slade, there's an entire world of amazing, incredibly talented instructional designers who are way better than me at this. Look at their materials and
Yeah.
pilfer liberally, because that's what I did.
Yeah.
I looked at all the IDs I was connected with, and I mentioned a few of them, and I went to their websites because they have websites. I don't. I looked at their portfolios, I looked at their materials, and thought through, okay, how does this parallel what I have in terms of materials, and how can I present it? And
Yeah.
that's where I learned, quite honestly, about a lot of the kinds of documents you might need in a portfolio. Some of which I had, some of which I didn't, and had to create some of the, like, project management kinds of materials, right? All of those things existed in my head. I had never put them on paper or put them online. So I think that is a much faster, easier way to learn.